Hello everyone, welcome to yet another game of Sens the Philosophical RPG. We have made it past the 13th episode unscathed, mostly, and we're now entering the 14th. Very happy to be here, and yeah, we had last stopped the game when you were in front of one of the four doors that lead deeper into the Dionysus station, and you had just knocked out Dr. Grant, and that's where we had stopped. You're in front of this basically locked door, and yeah, what are your characters going to do now?
I have a question because I can't seem to remember. Are we in the real world or the shadow world?
You're currently okay. So you're in the real world. The shadow world at the moment is basically this vacuumed up station. There are no life signs in that version of the world. Coming from the inside of the station, there's no. Yeah, there's no like heat signatures and things like this, and you have seen that the atmosphere has been vented throughout the entire station in the shadow world.
Okay. Well,
so yeah, maybe we could use the shadow world as a way to get through these doors without having to say the passwords.
pretty much. Or we say the passwords if they still exist. We can try and say the passwords in the shadow world because the rune is not there in the shadow world, so it shouldn't work. The whole lying thing.
I mean, I would assume that if this whole incident did not happen in the shadow world, that then nobody would have changed the codes also, right? And the doors would have the normal codes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, try and hack into them, I guess, there, but like there's no power as well, so...
Or just slash through.
Yeah, I mean, you could just basically break through the door then, but...
I mean, let's have a look.
Yeah, I will first. I will restrain the professor and I will gag him. And if somebody has super glue, no, but the tightest thing I can find. Can I find like adhesive tape or something like that somewhere?
You still
this
have
is
Alpha your party, so...
This is both a research station and a forum of the arts where they had like theater and stuff. So you bet your ass you're gonna find a lot of adhesive tape around. Like,
yeah.
Both of these professions need that a lot in general.
So I will basically tape his face. I will find somewhere where I can basically roll him up around a pole or something.
Okay.
Entirely, and I will gag him very tight on the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, also Alistair is just hanging around, but he was going ahead off to find like some innocent civilian to just use to open the doors for him.
Yeah. So you, it's very easy for you to stumble into a couple of people. I think I had a token for a random person that you would encounter. So right now, this token that has pink hair and green Irish clothes is just going to be one of the people that you encounter along the way. They're hopping around with a heavy and terrible Irish accent whenever they say hello to people.
Oh, hello there, and who might you be?
Hi, I'm a leprechaun.
You sound interesting. Do you want to go on an adventure with me?
Will there be gold?
Possibly.
For sure.
Let's go.
All right. So you bring that person back to the door, Yeah, if I don't know if what I had said the password was written on, but basically like it's a screen that's lit up that has like those long passages.
Okay, so I will go real quick and check what the Shadow World looks like in front of the portal, if that's okay with you.
Yeah. All right. So you pass into the Shadow World immediately. The artificial gravity here is deactivated. You find yourself floating, surrounded by bits and pieces of equipment that have been in space for probably decades at this point. The door on this side is very much open, and on the other side you're able to see a strange blue thing you've seen only once before. It's this sort of shimmering wave pool that is constantly moving and lit up by its own inner light. It looks like a stargate, and to you specifically, it reminds you of what you saw of the storm looked like inside of the New York tunnels.
Okay, so yeah, I will immediately, the moment that I assess the situation, go back and be like, okay, so the door on the other side is open, and apparently there is a similar Stargate than the one we used in the canalization of London.
New
You
York.
remember that?
New York.
Sorry, in New York. So maybe there was something about what you said, Mitya, about the connection between the ways that these places function.
Yeah.
So did it look like this Stargate was like hovering in the middle of a room, or did it like fill the whole kind of space in a way?
It perfectly filled the entire corridor, and if it is like the edge of the storm like it was in New York, then it would also be like encompassing something in a bubble shape. But that is assuming that it works like it did in New York.
Okay, so maybe I'll do a similar thing than what I did in New York, and if I go back to the Shadow World, is it possible for me to kind of see if this flat-looking surface is in any way, shape, or form curved if I go to the one side and have a look at the edge?
Because it's rippling a little bit, it's gonna be hard for you to tell, so I'm gonna need a Cosmos check from you.
Yes, character sheets, here we go. Immersion down. Cosmos. Here we go.
Alright, so yes, you are able to determine, both from this point of view and from moving around the station and seeing through a few of the windows, that it seems to be this gigantic blue sphere that is encompassing the rest of the station, the inner rings.
And the border was at the exact same place where the door would be, or further back? So would we be able to access the room?
You'd be able to access the room through the Shadow World. You're able to take a couple of steps before the entrance into the store. It's not exactly in the same spot.
Okay, so the first barrier we could pass through like this, guys.
Yeah.
But from there on outwards, I don't really know.
Can you try throwing something in it, like last time, on the road?
Yep, pass me a ball of the duct tape.
Yep, there you go.
So,
and I realize I can't take it into the Shadow World.
yes, that is correct, you cannot.
Damn it. Wow.
Well, I can throw something else.
You could just walk in and try switch to the other world, though, with your armor. So
I was promised a little bit of adventure. This is boring.
I don't know what they're doing. They seem to be messing around. Can you read what's on this door?
Yeah, sure. tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this padded pace. So yeah, the leprechaun person is going to start reading the whole text that's on the door while you guys are talking. I'm just going to give you a few seconds in case you get another idea before this happens. But
No.
yeah, okay.
I will let him read also.
Right. As towards when they're done reading, you see their bodies start to change and morph into this heavy set Scottish man, like who's wearing a crown, in a medieval armor with a long sword, and who stands proudly in front of the door while finishing the words before looking around, confused. There's a bit of blood on his shoes. Yeah, what do your characters do?
Ah, damn it! It's end of the play, madness.
The door has opened, by the way. The door has opened.
Alexis is gonna stand there like, this is fascinating. Who are you?
Macbeth, who are you?
I am Alistair.
Yeah.
Are you with the invaders? Are you here to take my castle? My life?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure that they're on the other side of the door. I mean, come with us. We have to guard the gates or something. There's another ahead. We should head there.
Roll for creation.
It's happening. I was so close also to telling a lie, like.
No, let's go. We're going to the other gate. Or door, whatever.
Alright. I believe you not. You have the faces of schemers who are here to take my crown. And he's going to raise his sword and start attacking you. Roll for initiative, please. For anyone who knows in which part of the play this is, I think it's fair that he just outright attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought about something. If you do that scenario again, you know what would be really funny?
What?
If one of the rules of the station should be like a showbiz rule of not saying Macbeth, Rogue, stuff like that. Because imagine this encounter, but each time you say Macbeth, something ominous happens.
Yeah, that could be fun. Yeah, because of the superstitions around the play and stuff like this.
Yeah.
No, like one of the reasons I chose Macbeth is entirely different. It's because I'm not certain any of you can kill him.
Oh yeah.
I know what that point is. I mean, yes, no man born of woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're glitches, so didn't they, like, basically die upon our birth in the first place? Does that basically mean we all can kill him?
Okay.
No, we came from women, but like Cody, that could be an argument for him being able to.
Yeah, but like, since we are glitches, didn't like all our parents die at our birth or something?
Right.
Oh!
Doesn't that mean we can all basically kill him?
No, that's a really interesting, because it's the same conundrum as the play. Did we, as glitches, because our mothers died in childbirth?
No, they didn't die in childbirth. They were all killed. Okay.
After.
They did not necessarily die in childbirth. They were at least all of your biological parents died in the Battle of New York.
Okay. Too bad. That would have been fun.
All right. So.
I was just gonna say, like, you're awfully rude. And, like, I was like, well, have a doorway, and Estes is going to turn invisible.
Okay, so, roll initiative.
Richard, can you knock him out the same way you knock out the other guy, maybe?
I'm gonna try!
Okay, hold on.
Right, I still need to select my token, I think.
Okay, here's the turn order. Everybody click your tokens before rolling initiative, and...
Oh, I disappeared. I'm gonna do it again.
Sorry.
No problem.
Alright, initiative 12. Things are looking good. Right. Okay, Alistair, you are the first to act.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell the guy, like, you're awfully rude, and is gonna disappear and walk away as he starts swinging his sword into empty air. And it's like, I'm gonna walk through the door that's open now, and just like pop up again on the other side, make myself visible again, and just like say, come over here, there's like the other guy over there, you should go read that or something. Like, and I have no interest in like playing swordsman with you.
Yeah. Okay. So when you disappear, he yells and he says, "More illusions! Those goddamn witches! You're their servants, aren't you?"
Yeah, I was totally playing on that as well, by the way.
Yeah. So it's my turn now. I am going to lash out at the person who's closest to me, and since you moved to the back, based on the tokens, I'm gonna say it's Mitya. So, Mitya, you are under attack. He as
Are you
his...
sure though?
Huh?
Are you sure I'm under attack?
Yes.
He's
He's also going to yell, "You fools! Oh, I cannot be defeated." Oh fuck! I rolled a 93.
Wait,
All right.
I was saying that because you have to do something first.
Yeah, I remember.
You have
now.
to do your Cosmos roll if you attack me on melee.
Yeah. Well, it's I failed the attack anyways. So.
Okay.
All right, Mitya. It is. Hold on. Oh wait, I have. Yeah, even with the charge bonus, I could not have hit you. All right, Mitya, it's your turn.
I will lightning attack him.
Lightning attack, you got it.
Where is it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Alright.
Yep. You have multiple dodges?
Yes, I do. You fool! I cannot be killed by a man born of a woman!
Dude, you're getting tiresome. You're fast, but you're stupid.
Alexander, it is your turn.
Okay, there we go. Unmuted. Okay. Trying to think of how to be clever on this, but I don't know. I think the best I can do right now is just try and give some damage.
Okay.
At least knock him down a peg. I'll go in with my power sword.
Alright, go ahead and make your... okay, what are you aiming for? Are you aiming to kill him, hurt him? Are you aiming to like break his sword? Since your power sword is like good at damaging equipment.
True.
You just have to hit him basically, and it'll basically screw up his entire armor.
Yeah, I think I'll try and go for his own weapon just to diffuse the situation.
Alright, in this case it is not a death roll, it's a void roll, because you're destroying an object.
He can't dodge, but he can't really parry or anything either.
Yeah, but unfortunately, since you rolled poorly, you're unable to hit his sword. He's moving around too fast. Like you can see, this is clearly an expert swordsman, who also seems to have a little bit of luck on his side, based on like, you know, just in general, he seems to be to have his sword in the right place at the right time to block oncoming blows and things like this. Cody, it's your turn.
Okay, so I would like to drop my disguise.
Okay.
And appear as the form that I am with my crazy morphed Carpus armor on.
Mm-hmm.
And I would shout at everybody, but mostly at Macbeth. stop this madness right now. And I would specifically say to Macbeth, don't you realize that something strange just happened to you, that you're not in the same place anymore that you have been before? We are in a similar situation, and I think we need each other's help to get back to where we come from.
Okay. He falls to his knees, drops his sword, and says, an angel. Surely the prophecy might not apply to you. I heed your words. I yield.
I am not an angel, and I don't want your praise. But I would like you to hear us out, and maybe we can even help you to get back to what it was before. What it was like for you before.
You're right. If I go back, my victory is assured. All right. What sort of place is this? This all looked like one of the witch's prophecies again.
Oh,
I will look a little bit
prophecy.
towards Palestine, like, okay.
Alice just standing there silently, like, this guy is nuts. I like him.
Did you get prophesied something by witches? What was it exactly?
I was told that I would be king, and then I was crowned king. I was told that I would never be defeated in battle until the woods of someplace. Sorry, the game master forgot. Walked to my castle, and unfortunately, that has happened. But the third part of the prophecy is that I would never be defeated of a man born of a woman, which is why I was so confident in fighting all of you, but would rather not take my chances against this creature that is clearly not a man.
That's a crazy prophecy. Well, if you want to get out of the air?
He just says, you could probably be killed by a woman, though.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't believe Macduff has any in his army, so...
Oh, like, depends on what born of a woman means, but like, like cesarean, or like there's some stuff that could be, loopholes, loophole-ish.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
No, but that wouldn't be it, because that sounds stupid. you would be killed by a woman. That would make sort of thematic sense, but like, imagine being prophesied that you wouldn't be killed by.
What do you mean thematic sense?
What?
What do you mean thematic sense?
Well, in the sense that, that would be cool. I guess anything can happen, but if I was a witch and I would prophesy something like this, I think being killed by someone who has been delivered by a cesarean would be kind of lame. I think what I'm trying to say is that if that's the case, your witches are seriously lame. But I guess, you've been attacked by magic.
Well, yes, one of them was lame in the leg. Yes. But
another one, was she dumb, the other one? Nah, forget it.
Okay, so Macbeth, our plan currently is to get an understanding of what is happening at this place and to get out of here as well. So for this, we are trying to get to the center of this place, and we have to get through a series of doors, of which this was the first one. Will you join us in this endeavor? To get back to your homeland and to your fight that means so much to you.
Yes.
Nice. The only thing you have to do then is you come with us to the next door, and when you see the whole, there's going to be a quote, and we want you to say it. That's all you're going to need, and then you can go back to helping us, coming with us, leaving. You do whatever you want. As long as you read the phrase, we're good.
Alright. All of you go first.
Yeah.
Alistair is just standing there impatiently already in the hallway, like, are you guys coming or not? He seems to be done.
Yeah, can I check this new hallway for traps?
Yep. Go ahead and roll chaos.
Oh, cool.
Wow,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that
Alistair,
in
you
years.
go ahead and do it in the first one.
There are no traps in the hallway, and
Okay.
there is no war in Basing Say.
Seems
Alistair doesn't
legit.
care. He's already walking around along the hallway.
Yeah.
Guys, you're kind of lame. There's no traps in the hallway, and I go first.
Okay. As you pass through the portal, through the blue difference between outside of the blue storm and inside of the storm, you're gonna feel this strange sensation, just like last time. Your breastplate armor is indicating to you that you are like in the shadow world and in the real world at the same time, and you have this strange sensation of, you know, kind of like dissociation when you're not sure if what is happening to you is real or if it is happening to you. So this part of the station inside of the storm actually looks like it is completely it is not like the shadow world, but it is like the real world, in the sense that atmosphere here is not vented, and there are there's just objects not floating in the air because the gravity
And
hasn't.
power, I assume. There's power, I assume.
Yeah,
Electricity and stuff.
there is power. Yes. All of you cross through. All four of you cross through the portal perfectly safe.
I'm gonna call on my wolves to see if it's doable.
In this space, you can call upon your wolves. Yes.
What happens as Macbeth walks through, though?
Yeah. Sure.
There's a pause, but nothing seems to be coming through the portal.
And
Nice.
what happened to Macbeth?
No.
Did he just turn into dust or something?
Can
I
someone
stick my head
just,
back through and have a
can
look?
someone just help out and see if
Yeah.
it's still there?
I was basically staring at you guys, so like, is he just standing there or something?
Well, you know, as far as we know, he might be a fucking backstabber, so I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw it.
So do you go back and have a look?
Yeah, I would like to stick my head
Alistair is
through and
still
have a look.
invisible. He just walks back. He just walks back invisible. Like, I want my leprechaun back.
So, Cody and Alistair, you both walk back to where Macbeth is and find him in a, like, his back turned to you in the middle of a like vivid monologue to him with himself on the confusion of where he is and his desire to return to a world that makes sense, his desire to see his wife again.
Hey,
basically.
Do something.
Hey, you're.
Alistair's just gonna go to the comms like, Cody, just shut up for a moment, and then he just says, well, invisible, if you want to go back to your world, say you are a leprechaun.
Who speaks to me that I cannot see? Roll for creation?
Yeah, I'm trying to be some imaginary voice because he's been hearing those the entire time and listening to them, so.
I suppose that works. Kind of confused, Macbeth is going to ask, "I'm a leprechaun," and immediately turn back to the previous shape that this body had. Who's going to say, "Right, on to adventure."
Yes, let's go. There's a goal
Okay,
that's
so-
a journey for you.
Question: before somebody goes inside there, what did we know from the barrier in London? Like, I don't think anybody can cross this, at least not both ways, who doesn't wear respite armor though. So if we don't want to kill this poor chap, then we should do some experiments on the barrier first.
That's why I asked if the leprechaun or the Macbeth was following us or not.
Yeah. Okay, so can I find something lying around that I could throw at the barrier?
Yep.
Didn't you throw in duct tape earlier?
You had duct tape earlier.
Yeah, but that was the Shadow World. So now
No.
I'll try.
Oh,
it wasn't.
right.
It
Yeah,
was just
you also had some in the real world. You're able to throw the duct tape through the passage, and when you pull it back, it is still intact.
What did you guys see inside?
Yeah, did I just saw the roll of tape come and go back? Because I'm still inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did.
Okay, so seems safe-ish.
Yep, we can try.
Nice.
Tell him to put his hand first.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him to only put his hand first, just in case.
The pink-haired leprechaun is going to hesitate and just twiddle their fingers and scream in pain as it touches the barrier, and then it's going to say, "No, I'm just kidding. It's fine," and just walk through.
This is gonna have a happy conversation with the leprechaun while you guys move ahead through the tunnel, basically.
All right. So give me just 1 second. I have 1, 2, 3. You have 3 more doors to go through. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you are you start to walk through what appears to be basically like a similarly derelict part of the ship as to what you had seen before. Here there's
Are there any people in this part of the ship that we see?
Hmm?
Maybe there's just all over the ship, so...
Sorry, space stations. Right. So you, so this part has even less people. Barely any like cryo sleep sarcophagus. So you're not going to encounter a lot of things along the way. You're going to have to see a robot pass you by at some point, just wandering around the halls. It doesn't pay you a lot of heed, but it does have this bag that contains other pieces of other robotic creatures that it is carrying, and you are very.
And it's just walking past like
yeah,
like in a trance.
yeah, like an automaton.
Hey, robot!
So it's probably
That's
gonna
like a
be in that, like, this is interesting.
So you turn to the leprechaun.
No, I think we had the robot. I call out to him and I just say, "Hey, robot!" and I see if he responds or if he disappears.
The robot turns around and says, "Yes."
Oh, that worked. Who are you? I'm Mitchell.
I'm Patch.
Nice to meet you,
Okay.
Patch.
Yep.
Nice to
Real
meet you as
pleasure.
well.
We're very sorry. We're from outside the station and we're a bit lost. This is complicated. Are you one of them? Is not a good question to ask, but it's what I want to know. Okay, who are you? Can you tell me a bit what you're doing here?
My name is Patch. I am a robot that was designed to explore the limits of identity. I scavenge for bits and pieces of other robots and change myself. As a robot, my mind is made 100% out of code. Code is truth, and the code cannot lie. Therefore, I should not be able to rewrite much of my identity yet. every time that I change bits and pieces of myself, I do feel evolution. My quest for the definition of identity is still ongoing, but once I have collected enough parts, I'm sure I will have an answer for my creators.
So like, as soon as it goes, like, do you happen to have like a spare voice module?
Yes, I do.
Some kind of text-to-speech device that we could use.
Some kind of?
Some kind of text-to-speech device.
Well, that might be a little bit more complicated. I have vocal cords from this head right here. But you need to plug it into something to get it to work. Something with which you could input text.
Okay, that's fine. I'll find something. Do you mind if I take this part?
Absolutely not. I've already used up this head.
You mentioned your creators. They are the cell, the scientist of the station.
Dr. Grant and his team.
Oh, I see. So you were here during the whole shenanigans.
Yes. I
Okay.
believe if by shenanigans you mean the start of the plugging of the rune of creation into the machine that has activated it, then yes.
And nice.
You seem so sane also.
Yeah.
Yes, I from my understanding, in a place where it is impossible to pretend to be something you're not, humans tend to have to act on their impulses and passions and not pretend to be anything that they're not. So lots of you might find that a lot of the people around here act on very strong passions, like characters from tragic plays, and you might want to be careful of this. Everybody gets an extra immersion point.
Then can I ask you a question, Patch?
I'm very chaotic by default, so I'm probably gonna be perfectly fine.
Patch, can I ask you a personal question as a thought experiment?
Of course, I'm here to try to answer questions for humans
Nice.
of this station.
Because you are made of code, essentially, as your personality, and you cannot lie, can you tell something that isn't true?
Yes.
Like, could you say, I'm not going to say it, but could you say something that is factually inaccurate?
I could see it. My processors would not be processing it as being something that is possibly true. I cannot I cannot have any delusions about my own identity like humans can. So
Nice.
I can. So if I were to say I am Dr. Frankenstein, I would not transform, because I do not for a single second believe that I could be Dr. Frankenstein. You, on the other hand, it is very possible that you might delude yourself into being something new entirely. But then again,
Interesting.
isn't that how identity works on the long run?
Well, earlier, there was this machine that asked if I was Dr. Grant while trying to log in, and I think I turned into him for a moment, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I was certain that it wasn't me, but I just pressed the button. I didn't actually think too much about it.
Yeah, but I think it's that thing where if you say something every day, even if you don't believe it, you start to slightly believe it, even if it's absurd. I think that works on that system.
Yeah,
You don't
there's
have to...
also sorry. Continue.
No, go ahead.
There's also research on the way that the brain functions, where we know that if we think about doing certain movements with our body, then the same parts of our brains are activated than when we're actually using those muscles. So I can definitely see that this works different for being made from code. Like, if I say something that I'm not, then like my brain still has to go through the motions of pretending that in a way, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could have to do with that. In any case, Patch, could you lend us your help? Oh, sorry, you're muted.
Sorry. Naturally, what would you like some assistance with?
Great. We are trying to look for the rune of creation, and we would love it if you came with us and at the doors inputted the passwords for us, if it's at all possible.
Ah, yes. My vocalizations of my voice modulator are recognized as being non-human by the doors. I have been unable to activate any of the doors to the central sanctum, despite the best efforts of my creators to try to get into those places. Would you like to speak with one of the surviving members?
Well, the thing is, those people are quite, sensitive to suggestion, and our problem is that at each door we're going to have an apparition, something that will pop up and just cause us trouble. We're trying to circumvent that. I have an idea. Cody. So his brain is made of code.
Yes.
What if you gave him human vocal cords for a minute? He still wouldn't say a lie.
To do that, but like, Alistair just stands there for a moment and says, "Wait, if you're gonna try that, maybe not do it on the helpful robot, but use it on the head that I have over here."
But okay, so I don't really understand. So do you think that if his loudspeakers would be transformed into actual vocal cords, that his brain had to do it in, like, his code had to access that in a different way?
No, what I'm saying is that the sensors on the door might recognize it as a human voice because it comes from a human apparatus, whereas his head would still function in the same way, so he wouldn't be lying.
This is something. It probably has to do with something from analog to digital, like. But instead of using it on the helpful robot here, Alistair hands you that head with intact voice module, basically.
So Patch.
That is a very good idea, but how do you intend to graft human vocal cords on me?
We are literally magic. We aren't.
Yes, you're those kinds of people, literally magic.
No, I have wolves around me. Come on, we can do weird things.
And you see what I look like?
Yes, believe me, I have met the god of wolves and of the hunt in these corridors, and you do not stand out more than any of them.
Shit, that makes sense actually.
Enough.
Okay, so my idea for this would be to use the second head, the one that Alistair already gave me.
Yeah, that was my idea as well. I mean, the actual conscious robots, it might be useful. So.
Yeah, but if I'm allowed, we have already determined that typing a phrase counts as lying. Because
but
Alistair...
Patch can type.
Yeah, very good. I absolutely agree. This is fantastic.
This is a wonderful
earlier, so
this is a wonderful idea. It should allow you to get through the next door without any problems. There is a chance it will be more difficult with the ones after that.
And why is that?
The doors become slightly more complicated. There are scanners involved in on the last two.
Who installed that?
I believe this all was installed by the rune of creation, technically.
Oh, that reminds me. Since you're a robot and can say all the stuff on the doors without problem, what are the passwords for the other doors?
Oh, The password for the next door is Hulk Smash. And the password for the last 2 doors are vary based on what the door finds when scanning you. No one has been able to open the 4th door in forever, but the creatures that exist on in the inner circle have been waiting for something that is promised to come and open the way for them.
There's creatures. Okay. I have a bad. I don't exactly know why I have. Let's just do the text-to-speech robot thing. I don't want to deal with it. The phrase Hulk Smash just pisses me off.
If you would follow me, the door is this way. We'll only have to cross the lab to get there.
Oh, there's going to be something inside the lab. Okay.
So at the next door, like, that's also gonna like so.
Hold on.
Area
Before you get to the next door, don't get ahead of yourself. All right. So you enter this room that you're seeing right now, with everyone alongside with you. This place seems to be a rather cramped lab. Yes, there is someone there. I'll get to that description. There's a couple of whiteboards and papers that have been scribbled on with lots of notes. On one of the whiteboards, there is a drawing of Dr. Grant's face, along with a list of qualities, and adds, for example, like very curious, able to reason out of most situations, and at the top of the whiteboard you have in large letters, identity of the perfect scientist written down, and then further down you see a group of multiple servers, very large computers, out of which there seems to be this organic ooze that is coming out of it, and that is plugged onto a person just sitting there. You can zoom in to see this a little bit better. Yeah, it seems this person has multiple tubes of flesh coming out of her face that are connecting her to the to patches of flesh that are on the servers and actively connected with smaller tendrils to the servers.
Whoa. Patch?
Yes.
Do you know what this is?
This person now goes by inspiration. She is one of the people who created me. She was on Dr. Grant's team when we made Dr. Grant.
Okay.
So what is she doing?
Absorbing and accumulating all of the knowledge of culture and stories that have been that are inside of this system, trying to memorize them and to scour them for any divine identity that has not yet been taken by someone of the inner rings.
Can I try and plug into this system as well? I mean, I already have some data from the system earlier, but it might be interesting to have more information available to us.
Of course. If you would like, there is a computer right here.
So while we're in this lab, is there like a workbench where I could work on electronics?
Yep.
And some stuff that I could use to build a crude input device for this robot head?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Go
then
ahead and
I'll-
roll for
There are lots of
Cosmos.
flash around you, so
Okay. You break one of the key components, and
you could try and use.
I think you fry off the heads by overloading it with electricity.
Could you try use immersion?
Yeah,
that's,
actually.
Okay.
that's your problem. You're made of electricity. Electrical work is going to be a bother.
Kind of. I have not thought this through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alistair's just gonna plug into the computer system and download more information as well.
Okay. In this case, your character now, for the first time, has access to basically pre-imperial culture, which means this basically is a storage of data of myths, legends, books, comic books, songs, things like this. So yeah, it's this gigantic hard drive that contains just massive amounts of cultural data. You have the ancient myths and legend about different gods and just yeah. That's
Okay,
that's
so
hold on, please. Bean,
download the entire thing.
Bean, hold on. Cody wanted to use an immersion point. I need to resolve this action before I move on.
Yeah, so I have one fact of the Cellulus, which is it's all about the narratives we spin.
Mm-hmm.
So, while I'm trying to repair this head and the electricity sparks, it should break, but instead of breaking it because of some super special wiring inside, it actually becomes it's a shortcut to what I wanted to do with less steps.
Nice. So it's very so once again it's a very discrete use of your powers.
Okay. Maybe I find something that's less discreet. Maybe, okay, so I'm working on it and it sparks and it breaks, but then the head becomes alive and it's yo, why did you do this? This isn't fair. And then he explains me how to fix it, and I'll fix it while he's explaining it to me.
Nice, nice. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're able to fix the robot head, and you now have an input, a text input through which you can modulate the vocal cords.
Cool.
Yeah. So this is gonna take a few minutes. Do any of your characters want move around the room at any point while Cody is doing this?
So what I wanted to check is can I download the entire database, or would I need to just take a hard drive and take the hard drive with me?
You can access the database now, but you would need to take the servers with you if you wanted to keep all of that information.
Okay. Well, for reference, I want to take at least most of the historical background information.
Yeah. Also, I recommend you one thing. Can find a file about the burning of the Library of Alexandria, just as a reference for what we're gonna do on this ship.
Yeah, Alistair is gonna look up history and just he's gonna record most of the stuff, but first of all, I want to make there's a few things he's gonna do. He's gonna download some important key events in history. He's going to download basically all the songs that he can. So he's going to download the music library. And third, he's just gonna go ask you guys hey, is there anything you wanna download? So he's just gonna be
it's a one-time access to all of culture, all of the streaming, all movies of the past.
Yeah, maybe get us some info on this religion behind the Bible. Maybe like all of the stuff you can find about that.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Like, I'm just gonna download the Bible, basically.
All right.
Yeah, and like history of religion and stuff.
I was just like, okay, there seems to be a problem. There's a little bit too much information in this database, and I am going to take a hard drive so I can store more information.
Nah, I think you'd have to take the server.
I am bionic.
So you start to unplug the hard drive, and immediately inspiration gets up as her tendrils are come and hooked from the server, and the mass of flesh and tendrils that was hooked to the computers is now basically floating in your direction, emitting sparks from the different tendrils, menacingly.
Calm down. He doesn't know what he's doing. Put that down. Alistair, put that down. Really sorry.
I was gonna plug it back in and see if that inspiration sits back down.
Okay. Yeah, so she plugs back into those things, but she does not sit back down. Her human body,
inspiration. I have a question. Do you happen to have like a spare empty hard drive? I'm trying to get more information as well.
No spare. All mine.
Ew.
Oh, that's greedy. Do you want to trade it for something, perhaps?
Do you have the name of a new god that's not being used?
I'm gonna go through the database.
Ugh, newcomers.
Oh, wait. Did you look up Sens?
Yes. His I already tried him 300 years ago. His name was already in use.
What is it?
Have you been able to access information from the outside in the past 50 years?
No. Only the information from in here is valuable.
Okay.
How about I trade you some information from the last 50 years, what's been going on for a hard drive with information from the past? I just want to copy the music and some other stuff, just some small things.
Are there any new religions out there?
Only Church of Sens.
Yes, I guess there are. I mean, there's a lot been going on in the last 50 years.
Roll for Void. You're trying to deceive her because there aren't. You don't know of any new religions.
Bitches and stuff.
Well, us technically, right?
That's the point. Alistair can say, well, I am being worshipped as a god by some. And this is one of the moments I told you it was going to happen.
What?
And I can make the statement because I started the cult.
What? Sorry, what?
This is the thing I mentioned before the session already. That Alistair can make outrageous statements that would be true. I just say I am worshipped as a god by some.
When did that happen?
He started a cult.
When?
In the church.
Huh?
In the church, basically.
Oh, the cult was already started, but yes, you do have some people who do believe in you. So inspiration tilts her head and says, then I would need to trade names.
Do not trade names, Alistair.
Oh,
Do not trade names.
My name is Alistair Barrel.
Right.
I'm gonna punch you, Alistair. I'm gonna punch you. If something happened, I'm gonna punch you.
I need you to take up on another name so that yours is not taken and I can take it.
Do not.
This is like, wait, there is another person. They're called Ripple. There's some kind of Ripple version of me. Perhaps if you keep that name written down, at some point you'll be able to change into them. But there's still a problem in the real world right now, but they'll disappear.
I'm not giving you one of my hard-earned servers that I've been collecting in exchange for the promise of a name.
Well, we can tell you about something else that's been happening. There's something involving the runes of God.
Patch,
We've been in contact with another room before.
Patch, activate Prime Directive, protect the servers, take these people away from the room. Patch is going to say, alright everyone, now please,
Wait.
we should leave the room now before...
Let's continue. We can come back here. We can come back here and bring our own hard drives.
Damn
And we
it.
should make sure that the station stays intact.
Wait, give me 1 moment. Any hops to the Shadow World?
You cannot hop from the Shadow World, you're inside of the storm.
Yep.
Like, and then Alistair says, like, okay, give me a moment. I'll be back later. Okay?
Please don't.
I had so many questions, Alistair. You fudged it up. We could have asked a lot of things about what was coming, and now it's too late. So, let me be quite clear.
I already did.
If I die, I'm gonna haunt you. If I die, I'm gonna haunt you. If I die, I'm gonna haunt you. I'm gonna haunt you if I die. That's what's gonna happen. And I go out of the room.
Okay. You leave the room and you leave the room and you come across the next door, which has a simple like Hulk smash, like not only displayed by the monitor, but also added in post-it notes in case the computer runs out of energy. Thanks to Cody's head, you now have an input device that it's not yet connected to vocal cords. I'm gonna need you to roll life to grow some human vocal cords onto it.
I wanted to wait until we're here. Okay, but before we do this, can we quickly reiterate what we just learned? So if I understand it correctly, the people that got the deepest into the station were the ones that transformed themselves into the like most powerful like things that they could think of, which apparently is all the gods. So
And I think we just learned that if a name is taken, you cannot take it twice. So 2 people with the same name cannot exist in that system.
That's why Alistair didn't actually turn into Dr. Grant, and you didn't actually turn into Alistair.
I am going to go back in the room.
Huh?
Wait, I'm going to go back in the room.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna.
What about Finland Finger?
No, what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna say, sorry, but I have a name for you to act right now, and it's Dionysus.
Oh.
It should be free.
Yes. It's if Dr. Grant failed his mission, that would give me access to the central base, to the central rings again, but I don't think it's going to. It won't be. It still doesn't get me closer to the final, to entering the final door.
Okay, in exchange for that name, can you just explain to me what was Dr. Grant's mission? What are the 2 next doors? That's all I want to know.
And Alistair goes like, wait, but we already made a bargain. Like,
and give him a hard drive.
We got a hard drive, right?
No. Dr. Grant was sent. Dr. Grant was essentially one of the first characters we created when we realized what was happening. We made him into the perfect scientist who could understand all sorts of situations, and later when the hierarchy of the inner rings formed, I sent him in there to try to acquire more understanding. He transformed himself into Dionysus, and then realized that he needed to wait for something for the last door to be opened, so he put himself in cryosleep to accomplish his mission. What the gods are waiting for specifically is something that is beyond the real of this world.
Oh,
For a moment, Alistair just goes invisible and he plugs into the database again and he starts downloading some music. Specifically some Irish music.
Okay.
okay. Something that is outside the real of this world.
That is
Okay.
That is
I think I
correct.
might be able to do that. Okay. See ya.
Hold on. May I come with you?
Does that mean I get a hard drive? I mean, nobody's stopping you from joining us, but I mean, if you're gonna leave here and join us, then it might be useful to keep some information on hand.
Patch, stay here and protect the hard drives while I am gone, and no, you may not access my hard drives.
Wait. What is your objective here? What do you want from the center rim? What do you want from the room?
Understanding.
If you don't tell me this, you can't come with me.
Understanding.
But
Or-
why are you seeking for understanding? Are you seeking for understanding because you seek for power? It feels to me, it feels like that, because that looks like the kind of information and the kind of understanding that you're seeking.
That is the prime mission of this that we were given when we, as scientists, when we were given the mission to investigate the artifacts of the cell. This is what this is. I am accomplishing
by the
my
way-
mission for the Emperor.
Alistair just says for a moment, I can give you a name, but it's slightly confusing because there is no material body, but supposedly there's still an intact mind for this being. But like, I want a hard drive. Would that be okay? Actually, this says like
Give me the name.
Finland
That's
thing.
not how trade works, honey.
Okay.
You already gave me so many names.
So she's going to say I am Finlandfinger, and when nothing happens, she's going to say that that name is useless to me.
Says, well, thanks for confirming that he's still alive.
Well, a version of him exists inside of this station.
Not necessarily
only-
inside of this station.
Oh, exists at all.
Mm.
Oh, okay, so I understood it wrongly.
All right.
Okay.
I am curious to see what you think you have that will get you to the inner ring.
Okay. Then let us strike a bargain. I will leave every door behind me open, but you don't come with us.
May I follow from a distance?
Nope. You give us an hour, and then you can explore all you want. You can lie and say you won't come, but I think you know it's not wise.
I think I'll go and plug into the camera system over there instead, and try to observe from afar.
Yeah. Why not?
She gets up.
I've tried that before as well.
Mm.
So he's gonna like, as just like, I have a camera system here, and he's gonna stand next to like in the, what's it called? Like, I already forgot the name of the thing. Inspiration?
Yeah, and her name is Inspiration. Yeah.
As is gonna like, oh, give me a quick peek, and he's like gonna plug into the camera system as well.
Patch wears up back to life and is going to grab you by the arms and just drags you out of the room.
let me go think then.
Alistair, I need you for a second. Can you activate your thing that does no sound and keep any sound from coming out of me?
I mean, sure, you can still use your comm system.
Yeah, and I'm gonna activate the comm system. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna grab Cody and take him right next to me.
Yeah, I'm standing next to you guys, like in a big group hug.
In the big cone of silence, and I'm gonna say through the comms too, so that Alexander can hear it. I'm gonna say, okay, inspiration is gonna be a problem. She works for the Emperor. The instant we open the door to the room, she's gonna try to kill us. Let's just be very clear on that and prepare for it.
Yeah, I think that's the case too. Also, we need Patch to get through the door. That was our plan.
Well,
yeah,
you,
but I think
you still have the extra head.
Yeah, but didn't we need Patch to speak through the head?
Yeah, to type it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that he's not lying, but the computer recognizing the voice would be fooled.
Yeah,
Kind of.
let's do that. And I'll open the door again. I'm gonna say, Patch, can you help us for a second? And then we'll leave you alone.
Remember our plan?
Patch is going to turn around. There's a nod from inspiration, and he's going to basically come along with you guys. You walk all the way to the door that says Hulk Smash. And Cody, do you want to roll for life?
Yes, I would like to take my time doing this, and I want to make it as slowly as possible.
So you get a plus 10 for taking your time.
Just want to know, we're now at the door that says Hulk Smash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hulk Smash.
It's like, oh guys, this instruction seems simple. We just smash the door, right? Like, Alistair's going to just try and smash the actual door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You you start to try and hit it. The door what weapon are you striking it with?
I have a third arm. I have a natural strength.
Okay.
I have a mechanical arm and stuff as well.
Okay, so you start to use your extra arm to try to pry the door open. The door does not budge. Let me see. Give me 1 second. What was it? Oh yeah. Okay. So Cody, you are able to create the vocal cords correctly. The problem is you are also creating a level 55 Peril of the Shadow. And 55 is Warp Whispers. Perfect. The voices.
But I think everything under 75 just makes it black.
Yes, but that's why. Like, I rolled 83 first to see if it would activate, and then I rolled a 55 for the Perils of the Shadow. So.
Oh god damn it!
The voices of demons fill the air within 40-10 meters of the Psyker, whispering terrible secrets and shocking truths. Everyone in the area must make a hard creation test at -20 or suffer corruption and an equal amount of willpower damage. In addition, whether or not the Psyker passes the creation test, he still suffers an additional 1d5 plus 5 willpower damage.
Fucking shit.
So I have the stammer, so like the mute.
We need to stop doing.
Yes. Okay, so Alistair's stammer is actually going to protect all of you from the warp whispers.
Nice.
Oh man!
Outside of, is there anything or anyone else in the range, but not directly near us, though?
God damn it, Alistair! Thanks.
Like you start to hear there's like strange whispers coming from inside of the head of the robot. The door is going to open, but it's followed by the quotes of multiple like angry voices that start to echo in your minds, and the stammer kind of just makes them fade back away.
Nice.
All right. You arrive in a part of the ship that is looks completely different from the previous ones. In here, the walls are covered in biological matter. There's flesh everywhere, and the first thing that you see after coming into the door is that there is a human face grafted, or like just molded into the wall that seems to be asleep and snoring. Further down, you can see a couple of lungs breathing that are just hanging from the ceiling.
Okay. The fuck is that? This station just, it's taken a toll to me. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop doing this.
Is this
Come on.
and how are you enjoying the adventure so far?
The leprechaun is going to sniff twice and say, this does not smell like there's gold at the end. This smells like there's death in the middle. I'm
Just for a moment, can I open part of my respiratory armor, or is it preventing me from doing that?
Oh, you can.
In that case, I am going to produce a gold ring from my armor.
A gold ring?
I have a ton of jewelry inside my armor.
The leprechaun. The leprechaun's eyes widen. In order to produce this, you just have to take it out of the bag. It came from reality, which means that the leprechaun is going to grab it, bite it, and say, "All right, I'll follow you to the end of this station." And
that's the spirit.
Right.
You said it. Can't go back on it.
I told you I wasn't lying.
Okay. So, Mitya, you said you stepped forward. Immediately, the face wakes up, yelling in pain as you step on the flesh that is on the floor.
Sorry, I'm stepping on you. I know. Well, I can't do otherwise. Why are you a corridor?
The face is going to clench its teeth before saying, "We are the Hive."
Oh no, it's a hive.
Hate that.
We are the creator of new gods. We believe all together.
Ugh.
This goes for a moment. Wait, is that the guy we met outside part of you as well?
We are the Hive.
Information is not part of the Hive, right?
We are the Hive.
Okay, so how long is this corridor, and is the whole thing covered in meat?
Yes, and about 5 meters. The door at the end of the corridor is also open, and though all of the electric lights have been broken, you are able to see that flesh extends beyond.
Oh god. Mr. Mrs. Hive? I don't know. Hive? Do you believe we exist?
I believe. I do
Okay,
see you.
you believe... Oh, sorry.
I see you, I believe you exist.
Okay.
I do not believe you to be a god.
Okay. But you believe in us?
Yes.
Okay, you believe in us. Thank you. I'm gonna go out.
Okay.
You said it.
I'm going
Intent
to pop
seems
the
to be
shadow
an
realm for a
important...
moment. I'm going to pop to the shadow realm for a moment, confused, staring
You
at
can't pop into the shadow world.
And no
Okay.
shadow world.
Can't.
So we could all fly. We could carry Alistair.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know exactly how much exhaust your jetpacks have. Like,
yeah, the exhaust would definitely make the whole place smell like bacon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, feel the face you made is. I'm sorry, that was just.
And passing the head, I'm
This
gonna
could come from the guy's past trauma being turned inside out.
Oh Jesus!
I'm gonna pass the head and look at the corner. You remind me of somebody I know.
I am the
And
hive.
I'm gonna cast a side glance at real quick.
Are you casting a side glance at Alexander?
Yep.
Alexander has a new set of skin, by the way.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know.
past trauma is a thing.
This way.
Oh, but it's just a cosmetic upgrade. Alexander effectively has a skin.
yeah.
Oh, right.
You see what I mean?
Yes, Alexander is. It's a
We have
costume.
reskinned Alexander.
It's no, hold on. It's a costume. So in this place, it would become the real thing.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh, I thought that was the point you were making.
No.
Well, let's see how long that lasts, though. If we
Yeah.
destroy this, whatever this.
Basically,
All
in this
right.
case, Alexander would basically like, I'm a real boy.
Okay. So you are
Like,
you are able to proceed through this place with a lot of disgust, but not a lot of difficulty. You make it to the next door, where you are going to find that the screen does not display anything. In this part of the corridor, so basically, like the fleshy bits start to grow more and more appendages the further down you're going, but all of the appendages seem to be weapons oriented towards the direction you're going. So basically, like, you've got spikes and things that look like cannons and laser guns mixed with flesh that are all pointed in the along the corridors towards the door in which you are going. So once you pass.
password again? I mean, I asked that before and looked up in the database.
The password is for those doors is unclear. So you reach the next door. Who's coming through first?
Alistair's more interested in weapons sticking out of the wall because he really likes to have an arsenal. So.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I think I want to get through quickly, so I would go maybe first.
All right. So Cody, you get to the door, and it's one of the only places that the flesh does not touch. Right above the screen that usually displays the password, there's this sort of silver orb that immediately starts to scan you up to down with this red beam of light, and once it is done, it is going to display a series of sentences for you to read. I'm gonna post them in the chat in just a moment.
Technically get an error message if you try to read a glitch.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we have no plan how to do this also, right? Like, we are completely from scratch again.
Yeah,
because we
but
don't have...
just tell us what the phrases are, because that might be interesting to know. You don't have to say them. You just have to understand what they are in relation to you.
Yeah.
Alistair,
It's a long series of
Okay.
phrases. It says specifically those things.
Oh, yeah. Isn't this like one of the NPCs we had before?
No, this is just me.
What do you mean this is just you? What does it
This
say?
is like, it just like, it reads stuff about my life, and it's all like, from what I feel, from what I've read for now, it's all true.
Well, if it's all true.
What's that?
Wait,
last one?
okay, so here's an hypothesis.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's really
this is a plan to turn people back to what they were before. In the sense that like everybody who was trying to get through here is trying to become more crazy all the time and more insane and more powerful. And this orb maybe scans them and tells them to read like their original bio.
Okay.
And so they would be turned back into their normal form and would be super weak or something. I don't know.
Oh, but they
Yo,
talked
this
about
thing knows
gods.
everything about me.
But they thought about gods being in the inner sanctum. That's really. Wait a second. I have an idea. Leprechaun?
Yes.
Can you go and read what the machine says of you? And then we can verify your theory, because
The leprechaun is going to step forward. Like the text has not changed, no matter who was standing forward since Cody arrived. So the leprechaun is just going to start reading this.
No.
What?
No, please. Don't read. No. I just wanted to see if the text changed.
Okay.
That would have been weird.
Guys,
Ugh.
I could read some of the parts that I forgot in my last magic accident and get my power back.
You could probably use this and even become human again, but like...
If you stop before the end, maybe you'd be reverted back to who you were.
If you're okay with your character sheets being a few levels down from everybody else's. Sorry,
Well,
I
how do you
don't
feel about-
have a map for the fleshy bits of the space station, so we'll have to just use your imagination. It's always better to use your imagination for those moments,
It's
anyways.
alive!
It's very Planescape Torment. As a
Let's
scene.
just
I
looking
have-
at all
I
the
have-
weapons on the wall. Does there happen to be a heavy bolter on the wall?
Okay, so you start to charge your heavy bolter.
But no, like, is there like a heavy bolter somewhere? You said like all kinds of weapons on the wall.
Oh yeah, the weapons are either old Imperial weapons from a couple hundred years ago, so like really outdated laser guns, or strange organic like weapons whose purpose and function you do not understand just by looking at them.
Also said like, so all the weapons are sort of pointing there, but they're not at the door. What if we just built a barrier there? What are they gonna do? Shoot at the barrier?
We don't know.
It seems rather simple. I mean, it seems alive, but on the other hand, I'm not entirely sure if it's going to really do anything about that.
Does the text change when the leprechaun stepped in front of it, or does it stay the same?
It didn't.
It stayed the same.
Wait a second then. And I'm going to go back to the hive.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So you you know fly traps that have basically this like they can go in but they can't go back out. The fact that all of the weapons kind of open to let you go through, but they kind of closed back menacingly when you turn around. The hive, there is a face nearby, so you can address it, but it's on the other side of the weapons.
Alistair didn't really walk further though. He stopped when he saw weapons and just started investigating them.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, I figured that.
Hive,
Yes.
what are you guarding here?
Hmm?
Who are you keeping out? What are you guarding?
We have no desire for the gods within to escape.
Okay. And what is supposed to be the purpose of the orb? What does it ask of us?
Of what?
What is the purpose of the orb and the thing we need to read?
No one has. Okay, so the scanner reveals the current truths about yourself.
And you just need to repeat them and you can go on?
That is correct.
So the current truth means that if I had changed persona, that would adapt to it.
That is correct.
Okay.
Alistair just stands there for a moment and says, like, would you shoot? You're not gonna shoot us though, right?
Depends what shape you come back in.
Alistair says, like, guys, remember I have a leg here, a very interesting leg.
Yeah, I don't think that's too interesting right now. Okay.
But for later on, that might be interesting because there's like something about immortals and gods, and I still have Thorn's leg.
I'm realizing something. Alistair is playing this game like a point and click, where using the right item in the right place will solve the.
And tries everything, yeah.
Or so much shit.
Okay, well, Cody, I think it should be fine if you said this. How do you feel about it?
I will stand in front of the thing, and I will go through some of the things it says, and I will read. Hiding menu self can be useful, but I want to become more comfortable with my true appearance. And then I want to see if something happens.
The door does not budge.
Okay. In that case, I will start from the beginning.
All right.
And I will read the thing.
All right. You read everything out loud. Basically the screen starts to scroll to let you read as you're reading it.
Nice teleprompter.
The leprechaun is getting super bored and but can't really leave because of all of the weapons. So you finish reading it all of the way, and the door is going to open. Right. So
do I change? Do I feel like I get the 5 points of life back that I have lost?
No.
Somewhere on the way?
No, you do not.
So I should just stand there like, guys, I'm on the wrong side of these things.
You can still cross. It's a fly trap in the sense that like you can part the weapons on your way in. Just it's more difficult on the way out. So your characters are going to arrive in this sort of open air parts of the station where you can in fact see the sky.
Whoa.
Like the blue sky above you. It's the place is still technologically advanced, but it's structurally does not make any sense as to how everything that is here fits inside of the station. All around you, you can see humanoid creatures and non-humanoid creatures all radiating with this golden light moving around and just existing. Some of them are draped in lightning, others are followed by like magnificent creatures of mythology. A lot of them have those amazing weapons and chariots or modes of transportation that they use to move around. And of quite a few of them are see you enter the place and are like you see a collection of smiles as whispers go through them of ooh, it seems a few mortals have arrived, and you're immediately drawing a lot of the attention of the people in this area.
So Alistair ran in invisible.
Okay.
Hey, maybe we pass through real quick.
Yeah. I really don't want to talk to those people. They look absolutely insane.
One of them is actually going to rush to be towards you as fast as possible, and he bows and says, "Hello, newcomers. Welcome to Elysium."
And who might you be?
Oh, names are truly not that important and kind of misleading sometimes. But I will.
What does he look like?
This is what he looks like. But I will tell you, my name is Loki.
I knew it. That's your voice, I know.
Just for a moment, like, Loki is one of my favorite characters as well. The other campaign I'm in right now that starts at 9. It's a Viking campaign.
What?
The other campaign I'm playing, right? This one, it's a Viking campaign, and my character worships Loki.
Nice. So, he is wreathed in this golden light as well, and a little bit of, and you see a few sparks of electricity coming off of it. He bows quite low and says, "We've been expecting you."
Yeah. So, Alistair, like, just for a moment, like, I read something interesting about you. Like, didn't you?
It's unlikely anyone's ever written something not interesting about me.
God, I promise you, I'm going to turn to Cody and Alexander, and I promise you, if we arrive somewhere one more time and people are expecting us, I'm going to lose my shit.
For a moment, Alistair becomes visible again, and it says, like, wait, didn't you, like, try to screw a horse or something?
Try?
Well, never mind trying. I'm pretty sure you tried to screw with many things. Like, that doesn't really seem possible.
I fathered a 6-legged horse, if that...
Okay, I think this conversation has gone on long enough because you had time to utter the phrase, "I have sired a 6-legged horse." Now, Loki, I don't know your name. Now.
Yeah, I think we know who you are. Are you Loki?
Yes, I already said that.
You refused to say your name, but thanks for clarifying. And Alistair is like, that'll be all, and he just disappears again.
Loki, we are just passing through. Could you mind showing us the way to the next door to the next inner ring of the station?
Of course. If you would like to follow me. We've had a couple of people gifted with sight of the future, and also, of course, what the Rune of Creation has told us, say that someday people from the real would arrive, and I'm so glad that we finally get to meet you. Alright, now, as you might have seen, the Hive is trying to create new gods and to bring new people in here. We, on the other hand, we know that we're semi-fiction and that we've been conjured here by the power of the Rune of Creation. But as fictional characters who have ascended into this new world, there's the perspective that we could do that again. And this is what the last door is for. In case you've tried, we've made all of the doors indestructible. Now, the Rune of Creation said that it would only open the last door for someone from the real world, someone who could host us for a little while. That's what I'm. That's all that most of us want. We're here to offer that to you. Anyways, here's the door. You've been brought in front of a door that has a similar screen and a similar silver orb as to previously. Which of you steps forward first?
Have we been like walking through like a whole area?
Yeah, you walk through the whole area and have like there's now a cohort of golden creatures following you, all of them looking like gods from different
yeah, I think I might have changed my mind of going there before we got there, if this is happening.
I'll step up.
Okay.
I was just standing there for a moment, like, maybe I should wait for one of you first, so...
Mitya, you step forward. The orb starts to scan you, and that creates a gasp in most of the gods present. And it is going to start reading a few things.
I think I know where this is going.
Yes, I am semi-predictable, so
Yeah, it's a good story. Yeah.
And this is what it says.
Yeah, okay, that is quite boring.
Okay, so if we read this though, would this mean that like they said something along the lines of we would host them?
Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah.
No,
And everybody was like, yo, make sure they don't get out, like we're doing everything they don't get out. You know?
Yeah.
not specifically. Now, little leprechaun, would you do us the honors? And Loki is going to shove the leprechaun in front of the screen, who's confused but eager to get some gold, which Loki quickly promises, and the leprechaun is going to start reading.
I'm gonna hit him on the head and.
Okay, Loki is trying to stand between you and the leprechaun. So I need you to roll for death.
Can I charge?
Sure.
Alistair's already invisible again, I guess.
Yep. The attack is blocked. Loki.
Oh, then I lightning attack. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about this.
Yeah. Loki is going to say, now, you want to get to the through the final door, don't you? The words need to be said.
I want you to explain before we do that.
All right. Leprechaun?
Stop the leprechaun.
Give it a pause. According to the Rune of Creation, there are some very rare individuals who have actors in another dimension. We believe, since you were scanned by the silver orb, that you are such lucky few. This device, this door allows for us to meet this actor once all of the phrases are read by someone. Well, someone who isn't you.
What?
The leprechaun needs to read all of it. Or
Wait, and if I read it, what happens?
we believe that kind of makes us miss our chance. We don't really know. We think it's better if somebody else. According to those who have the gift of future sight, results are inconclusive.
What is that chance? What do you want?
Oh, it's simple. I would like to talk to your actors, to one of them, and I would like to offer myself as a replacement. I think I would be much more entertaining, and I would love to be able to continue this adventure and have my voice spoken by this actor, have my action described by this actor, and have my mind slowly start to exist in the everyday thoughts of this very real person.
I see.
Alistair seems really tempted by this.
Now, do you know what you didn't take into account, Loki?
We were told the specific ritual called exchange of character sheets would need to happen by the our rune of creation, and I took that into account.
Yes. Do you know what you failed to take into account? Because there are multiple holes in your story, and I'm going to explain it to them as a list. You didn't take into account that I love fantasy and magic, I love reading, and then I read through all the things.
Okay. Okay. So, immediately, Loki is going to order the leprechaun to do so, and you can see him using his godly powers to make to make the leprechaun go like hyper fast, basically.
As I see that, I do the same thing to Mitya.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll for life.
And my wolves are gonna attack Loki too.
Huh? Your wolves start to attack Loki. Okay.
No, I'm so
Okay.
invisible. I'm gonna just try to knock out the leprechaun. Hands off my leprechaun.
Yeah, you are able to do it. You see multiple of the gods getting enraged, but something strange happens. A few of them are like, stop. A few of them are like, no, wait, let's see how this pans out. And as some try to use their powers, it seems that the others are able to counteract those powers. It kind of feels like none of them are able to do anything because all of them are all powerful and contradicting each other. And so Mitya, you're able to read through it. So hold on. Yeah.
As darkness falls also.
It would be really interesting if one of us read it out, but not Mitya.
Yeah.
So Mitya, you read it all of the way, and nothing. The only thing that happens is your armor indicates to you that you've just been protected from a shadow power. Basically, like it's if the armor hadn't been activated before, it would have activated to protect you.
Okay.
In this instance, and no transformation happens.
Well, that didn't work. And the orb doesn't react. Nothing reacts.
The orb does not react. You said everything that was on the list. The door does not open. The orb does not react. The leprechaun gets to the end and changes shape into a brown-haired, brown-bearded, 20-something white person. And Mitya immediately ceases to move completely, just like he did when Classes was stopping time. Yeah. Idris, what do you do?
Yep. Okay, that's a problem now. All be calm, nothing is happening right. It's just a temporary break in reality. Just
So
eat some
confusing.
popcorn, do something.
Who are you?
Loki starts to immediately bow and say, "Welcome, welcome."
The voice is cheesy, I don't like you, go away.
All right. What about somebody more powerful like my brother Thor?
Loki, look at me. I am not gonna stand here and you're not gonna give me a list of all the fucking gods in existence and I'm gonna say no to each of them. So, do us a favor, let's do this quick. Open the fucking door, tell me how to do it,
Oh,
and then we'll all go back to our current lives. I'm not gonna play
The door has opened at this point.
Okay, guys, if you want to grab the room, go ahead.
And you have multiple of the gods try to reach out. Some of them are threatening you and saying, "We'll destroy you if you don't accept one of us." And the others are like, "No, wait, we need him alive." And so there's more of this. There's more of this chaos.
The door open, right?
Yeah, the door opened.
What can we see through the door?
Okay.
Like,
So through the door you can see a dark. Through the door you can see a mechanical corridor that looks like the first ring of the station. Like it looks like back to reality somewhat. It's lit up by electricity, and there is a machine wiring at the back of that corridor, and no other doors.
Yeah. Somebody grab this guy and blast as fast as they can.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold them here, and I'm gonna turn to the gods, and I'm gonna. Now, let me be very clear. You're all gonna stop to talk to me, because the first one that threatens me, that says anything to me, that hinders any of my friends, is gonna be put on the list of veils and lines, and you're gonna disappear from that universe right now. You cannot destroy me, and I can destroy you.
There's a pause, and Ares, the god of war, is gonna be like, "Yeah, right."
Okay, Simon,
Yes.
I would like to add a line to veils and lines,
You
and it
got
will
it.
be Ares, the god of war.
You got it.
Oh man.
Ares, the god of war, immediately blinks out of existence, and
snap your fingers.
all of the other gods are immediately going to just stop. And
I would also like to add inspiration.
Do it.
the character inspiration, you got it.
And I will retract those at the end of the session.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, your characters are able to get your way through. By the way, Mitya himself is still not moving.
You should probably pick him up and just take the character with you.
I take Mitya over my shoulder.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Just for reference though, Alistair already ran ahead of you because he's looking for the rune.
Okay. All right. So you make it into the final corridor. The Idris, do you stay behind on the other side of the door to hold everyone while the door is closing?
Can I zip back into Mitya?
Not while you're in this space.
Okay. Then, does it seem like the door can open on the other side?
Yes.
Then I will go with him.
Okay. All right. So the all of you step inside, and this is what the space looks like. It's this very short corridor. It looks like somebody's room. At the very back of it, you see this large computer-like structure into which a silver, basically like a piece of metal that looks exactly like one of the runes of gods has been planted. Looming over that. Looming over that computer server is a humanoid figure, kind of half machine, half human, looking extremely old. It looks like it looks like this. And it's fully integrated into the computer itself.
Okay, so does he react at all to me running up to like the core of the thing, the rune?
No, but since the door is open, he will say, here. They're here. The glitches. Come, let me see you.
The Alistair's invisible and he's like staring at the guy, but he's already near the rune, basically like wanting to grab the rune.
Alright.
Yeah, I would stay back with Mitcha on my shoulder.
Mitcha is still frozen and not doing anything.
Mitcha or Idris?
Well, Idris is moving, but Mitcha is not.
God, please don't go that fast. I don't have a magic armor. Oh,
No.
shit, that was easier before. Okay.
By the way, yeah, you. It seems that the person you've picked up on was able to essentially erase a god, and is just casually, like, aware of this entire situation. So for Alexander, Cody, and Alistair, there's just somebody who's there.
Hey, you leprechaun guy. Can you tell us what's going on? I mean, it's nice that you're helping us and all, but like, all the other people we met on this road so far had a crazy, weird story to tell. So
Yeah.
what's yours?
Okay. That's gonna be a weird one, but I think you can take it. So, do you know how the quadrillas are the equivalent of the shadow world to you glitches?
Yeah.
Okay, I am another version of that, but instead of being one reality down, I'm from one reality up. If that makes sense. The up-down reality thing, it's not a good metaphor. Let's say that I'm more east, and
I
the
see.
shadow
Okay, so
world
like
is more
on a
west.
different, like, on a
I'm a
different vector
parallel
and dimensional field.
He's like me, a traveler from the old times.
Yeah, let's say I'm a traveler.
Okay. What's your name?
I am Romerick Bryan. Oh, him. Sorry.
I'm both of you guys.
What?
I am Romerick Bryan.
Romerick Bryan.
That's a bad pun. Now,
Wait, no. Wait, is that a... What?
I don't know.
It's not a pun.
I don't know. Okay. Well, guys, I think you should handle this because I'm just gonna sit in the corner. I don't want to do too much. If you need my help, I'm here. I can't do much, but
I can't do much, quote, the person who just killed a god.
Okay, so Romerick, was that your name?
Yes.
What are you doing here? You said you're expecting us. This is confused. Like, tell us what you.
I've endured for a very long time. I was to carry this over to all of you. The rune. Once you take it, this nightmare, Dionysus station will end. And so will I. I used to be Sens a long time ago. I'm the one who created this universe, but I gave it away. And when I did, I forgot to write my own death in. So I was condemned to exist here as the guardian of the rune of creation. I was tricked, and I've had to stay here ever since, guarding this failed experiment. I am the oldest member of the cell, and when they studied me, they used my body. They plugged the rune into my body and reanimated me as a vestige of an old god. I can answer some of your questions about this world, but only about the world I created. It's not the same one anymore. I hadn't written this place at all. I hadn't written for myself to be here, or for another, like this gentleman over there to be here. It's none of this was supposed to happen, but everything was supposed to happen differently. When I wrote my book, I gave them all permission to change the story, to make it their own. And this is it.
That's nice.
As just like
Honorable of you.
the rune still, and he's like, he's not grabbing the rune. He's just like, well, if you're giving it us, just like one moment. Do you have a spare hard drive with like interesting information for us?
Yes, I can tell you some of what is to be, if it is to be as it is in the future. Now, your friend over there in the corner might not like that. They call those spoilers where he's from. And I know some people are not fond of those, but it's not certain the story will go the way it was supposed to. But then, please, I answer your question, you please take the rune away, and my existence that has now lasted for too long. It's time for me to leave this universe.
Can you tell us what's going to happen if we take the rune out of you?
Hopefully, my body will revert back to death as it was when the scientist on this station found it.
And what is going to happen to all of the people here? To the
rune,
ones pretending to be gods in the room over there?
The rune will have his power deactivated. Everyone who used to be something else will go back to being who they pretended to be, unless if they've been taken over by, well, you're a friend in the corner over there.
Sorry, I think I didn't really understand acoustically what you said.
That's English.
You over there, the one who does not need an armor. A respirator to exist here. Come forward, please.
Yep, that's me.
You have the unique option of exchanging character sheets in this place.
Yep, don't want it.
You could, if you want, cease to ask for permission, to ask to use the powers of the shadow in both worlds. But you'd have to give away the friend your, friends have come to love and cherish. Mitya.
Yeah, not interested.
Very well. this case, all you need to say is that you're giving back this body to one of its previous occupants or somebody else. Pretend to be someone you're not and you can leave this place.
Yeah, the pre-leprechaun person.
Yep. I do have one question before I go.
Yes.
I think you might not want to listen to this, so maybe you could whisper it in.
Yes.
Maybe you could whisper it into my ear, because I don't think this is for my personal
Alright.
enjoyment.
I
I should also I have one question, just one, but that's I'll let him go first.
Okay. Can I ask? I think you shouldn't listen, you all. But you do whatever you want. What's the big twist at the end of Sans Mort? Who gets killed? Who dies?
I will answer your question. I would advise that nobody else listen. He leans in closer, and he's going to say, in the story that I wrote,
Yep.
the glitches face off against the Emperor inside of the moon. He is accompanied by the Quadrillas of Cosmo, and they're securing the one rune that is on the moon. And as I wrote it, there is no way for the players to win this combat. It is a predetermined encounter. After that, they're sent to the place of the heritage on one of the two pillars. The Pillar of Heracles, if I remember correctly. Inside of it, the heritage is this immense mass of Philonite that can be used, that is enough to construct an entire base and a factory to make new armors. The glitches are able to access the inside, and they find Soren Solipsis has been kidnapped there. They're accompanied by Finlandfinger in that moment, who comes into one of the rooms and sees Sens with his mask floating in the air, and who immediately uses his power to murder that one who kidnapped the love of his life, Soren. But as the mask falls, it is revealed that beneath the mask of Sens was Soren, inert and incapable of doing anything. Because her kidnapper had put her there. She is killed by the only thing that can kill her, the incarnation of death. And he goes mad with rage. He decides the world does not deserve to keep on existing, and so he starts to use his power on everyone in the moon. The players have to leave this place before the power is used upon them, but they forget that this whole place is made in Philonite. It blocks shadow powers. It blocks the voice of Finlandfinger. They're just forced to flee from this place, and Finlandfinger couldn't have done anything. He is sealed away in this place. And the book ends when the players go to Dream Stairs, attempt to fight the Sens, the incarnation of the Game Master in the world. They find they're unable to hurt him at all, because all of their attacks are unable to reach his true body that is in another world. And so they are taken by classes into another dimension to train for the final fight, to learn the rules of the game. At the end of the book, disappear from this narration, and they're sent to play a game of Sens Void. That is how I wrote the ending of Sens Death. Now I cannot guarantee all that I have told you will happen the way it has, because now you know.
Yeah.
Alistair just stands there and like, that was quite a speech, but there's only really one thing I'm interested in, like, how do we kill each of these immortals, or how would they be killed, and how does one become an immortal?
Right. The immortals, the rules specific to killing them are left vague. I didn't want it to be too easy for the players to do it when I need, because the immortals are such essential characters to my story, but I didn't want it to be too hard either, because killing 2 immortals is what you have to do in the final fight. The rules are left vague and to be established by the storytellers who will have better ideas than I did. Simply put, glitches should be able to do it if they put their mind to it.
I mean, I still have a lag record of Soren, so we know it's possible for us to harm them at least.
Yes, but if the rules I established are kept, it shouldn't be possible to kill Soren until the last moment she is needed in the story. The same thing for Finlandfinger.
Also, like, what if we took a rune with us? Would that benefit us at all?
What if you took the rune?
A rune with us.
You're not supposed to have the rune in this time and place. You were never supposed to get your hands on any of them, but if it's been put into your path, I think it must have been put there for a reason. If you take it with you, you might be able to do things I had not accounted for. But please do so. Now that I have answered your questions, please. I've been here for so long.
Yeah.
Take it, Alistair.
Alistair is going to just say, so we take this rune, and he's like stands there with his hand on the rune.
Yes. Goodbye, Glitches. It's been very nice to meet you.
And Alistair just goes, thanks for everything. I really appreciate it. And he just like grabs the rune.
Okay. Romaric becomes inert. Idris immediately disappears, and Mitya breathes back in, comes back to consciousness. The power throughout all of the station, you can hear it shutting off. You can hear voices that were coming from the other side of the door, just all disappearing or changing in an instant. And you see this blue flash of light, and Cody disappears. Cody, there's a blue flash of light, and everybody else disappears. The storm has ended, and so you're projected into your native world, the Shadow World, whereas all of the other ones are still in their native world, the real world.
What's going on? Where's Loki? What the fuck? What? Where are we? Where's Cody?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Also, Alistair is just going, yeah. Alistair now has another rune. He's totally just like, something happened and he's gonna try to switch roles in this other rune. Take off his armor. Alistair just wants to crush the rune, basically.
I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick, because we started that. We did sort of a break. Be right back.
I think everybody's sort of taking a break real quick now, so.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm gonna...
Simon, just for reference, Alistair wants to touch the rune, so he's just gonna be like, something happened, he's gonna try and take off the armor and like touch the rune with his bare hands again. Okay.
Since you're not inside of the storm anymore, you are able to take off your armor. Alexander?
Oh, Sorry.
I'm just wondering where the two of you listening to all of the spoilers for book 2 that I just gave out.
I mean, as a player, kind of on and off, I was trying to distract myself, but I heard a few things.
Yeah.
Well, I have a really bad attention span, so I listened, and I have no idea if I'm even able to do anything with it, and so no, I don't remember anything.
Okay. By the way, Romaric Bryan is basically the person who wrote the original Source books. So, like, that's
I figured that out.
the body that was in front of you has fallen inert. The leprechaun has reverts back to an Imperial soldier who's going to look around. She's got a gun, she's got armor, and a lot of confusion.
I appear in the real world.
Oh god. You surprised me.
Yeah, Alistair was just standing there, he grabbed the rune, he still was like, does that do anything?
Don't lie.
He took off the armor just to hold the rune without armor.
Don't
He
lie.
wanted to touch the rune.
Don't let your imagination run wild.
Hey,
Don't
you!
lie. Don't let.
Don't worry about it. You turned back to normal because I think we fixed it.
Yeah, I'm a duck.
Fixed.
Look, I'm a duck. I'm a big duck. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. I'm a duck. I'm a duck. I'm a big duck.
Thank God.
If he turned into a dog. Alistair's just standing there with the rune. He's like, he's really tempted to press the rune against you while you say that.
Yeah. So you now have one entire rune of God. Did you? Wait. Hold on. I forgot. Last time you'd seen the previous one was in the hands of
Of the
Kreniston.
general and the researchers at the base.
No,
No,
it
but
got launched into the cannon and then Kreniston took it.
Yeah, we didn't see it though, but he told us he had it.
I think you did mention that it was at the main source, but it got grabbed by some other entity.
Kreniston had it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but like, what they didn't drop it or anything, right? When he disintegrated them.
Oh, he did. He might not have.
Emperor,
He didn't have it on him.
He sent it to the Emperor, right? I think you mentioned something like that.
Sorry, what?
Didn't he send it to like the Emperor or something?
Oh, he might have. You don't know. All right. So, power starts to come back to the base. As like 0.5 second after the power comes back, multiple alarms throughout the base start to go off, evacuation alerts, and somebody over the megaphone is saying, "Everybody evacuate! Get out of here!" Like cutting over like some of the other alarms. It calms down a little bit, but from the other side of the door, you can hear a little bit of confusion, shuffling, and heading towards the outer rings escape pods.
Guys, we need to go steal us some servers.
Yeah, I will go into the Shadow World, and I want to check if what's going on there.
Okay.
Any pump system here?
Hold on, G, just 1 second. Inside of the Shadow World, the atmosphere has been vented. The room is more or less the same. Romaric Bryan is also there, but the rune is not. Yeah.
Okay, so I will go back to the real world and say, okay, so maybe if this all goes to hell, we can still try to get the servers in the Shadow World online. Everything there seems to be quite calm, but let's try it here first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, like, is there a comm system here? Some kind of speakers?
Some kind of hold on. Not in this room specifically.
Yeah, I mean, Ancestors is gonna rock out, I guess. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else of interest in the room, basically. And I could draw tails, I guess.
Yeah, the one thing that we need to remember Shadow World, Alistair.
The one thing, what?
We need to remember that you cannot go to the Shadow World, Alistair, because if you do, you're gonna drop the rune. And we don't want that.
That's just like more interested in this room in the first place. He's just standing around there.
Yeah. It seems to be an habitation room, but it has multiple cameras keeping basically like track of the recording everything that's happening inside.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Alistair hacked into that system before. I'm not sure if it worked, but...
Alright. So, within the next few hours, minutes, your characters make your way towards the outside of the station. On your way out, everything that had been created by people who had godly powers has reverted back to normal. Lots of people that you come across are like just confused and booking it for the exits. The only person that you're going to come across that has a very calm demeanor is Patch, who is going to greet you on your way out and say, I hope your quest for identity was successful.
Yes. Thank you.
Definitely. And it's like, is there a comm system here? We should probably calm them down and stop them from us evacuating. I mean, this space is just completely functional again, so they should probably just fix up some damage and stay on the station.
The space might be functional. I do not know for certain about the minds of everyone who was here.
Yeah.
That's what I sort of meant. It might be smarter to keep everybody on the ship for now and like maybe do an evaluation first.
Well, that is not my prerogative. I don't have the credentials to make such an order, and also a little bit too late. The escape pods, I've already seen quite a few getting launched.
All right, so that should be fine. Is there a comm system here?
Oh yes, right over there. They've been reactivated.
Okay, yeah, Alice is gonna plug in and say, okay, everybody, calm down. The space station is fine, but the sensors are definitely tripping out. If everybody can just go back to their stations, at least for the ones that are still here, just keep the station running and it should be fine.
Right, roll for creation.
Okay.
Somebody else plugs in right behind you and says, I don't recognize this voice. This voice doesn't have any authority over the station. This is the director. Everybody evacuate right now.
I was just like, so are you the one in charge of this place, the highest rank guy?
No answer.
Like, he's right behind me, right?
Patch, yes.
I was gonna go. Yes, but like, as in, like, is he? Can I see the guy?
Sorry. I was. Sorry. What did you say? Could you repeat that?
Can I see the director? Is he like nearby?
No.
Like, I'm gonna plug in and say, like, director, where are you? I'm gonna try and find you.
No answer.
Like, okay, well, the director seems to have left, abandoned ship already, but I'm just gonna play some music through the system.
Yeah.
Patch, you called my name, sir?
Yep. Okay, so now that there's not going to be anybody on the station, it's going to grind to a halt eventually. the parts are going to run out. You want to come with us? To a place with humans and therefore androids and therefore new parts.
I would not be opposed to that if I was given the order.
Then I give you the order.
I'm coming with you, sir.
Nice. Let's go.
I figured it wouldn't really matter who gave the order, like just the idea. I mean, it does seem to have like some kind of mind on its own. And also, I'm going back to the room that Inspiration was in, and I'm back the servers.
Okay. Yeah. You.
Just stuff hard disk so I can like get all the information about the past.
The servers have been absolutely wiped. Now remember,
Fuck.
Now remember, this is important. All of the things that were being studied on this entire station are artifacts from the cell that were outlawed by the Empire itself, who was studying it. They covered their tracks, so basically as soon as any alarm went off inside of the base, which is when you pulled the plug, all of the servers were fried.
Oh fuck! So that means that the Shadow World servers will be also fried,
Mm-hmm.
and we only have the stuff that we copied before.
Yep.
We have music.
I was in the room with the rune as well, but like I didn't really do much there. But I just want the hard drives themselves because I already copied some information, but not a lot.
Yeah, but the hard drives are completely wiped.
Yeah, but like I just need to empty space because I'm bionic.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna use it for future reference. I have like extra storage space.
All right. So I'm gonna let you take with you one server back to the ship. Okay.
Yeah, and like what about just normal hard drives? You know, the small hard disks,
Yeah.
either solid state drives or hard drives. That I get like, how much storage space would it technically have? Like a couple terabytes or something?
Sure. By the way, whichever one of you is using their flying powers or jetpacks to pull Bean is going to find that he's heavier on the way back than he was on the way there. By one entire server.
Okay.
I mean, I have the extra arm anyway, so I can probably just carry it with the extra arm.
He took a lot of extra kilobytes.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, and that concludes today's mission. You're able to do your full report to Pleep. Well, we should do the report in person actually, since we still have 20 minutes before the end of the game. And after that, everybody's going to level up, and you're going to get the rewards for completing this mission. Give me 1 second. I'm putting everybody back on the main page. Here we go. So, since you're faction favor, blah blah blah, the party. Okay. So you win 1 loyalty with the party, and you win 1 wave. So the loyalty of the party is now at 4, and you have 1 wave. What that means is basically you have access to you have access to a bonus that you can use. Oh yeah, you can just do. All right.
Control.
You have access to 1 bonus that you can use at any point in the campaign. I'll explain what exactly it is later. I think it's the party gives you a bonus to sneak out of a situation. It's an automatic success to get out of a situation. They're basically exfiltrators. All right, cool. So that is it for this part. Now, you're back on the ship. You're greeted by your friend Samuel Krabby, who is going to say, you turn the station back on, and it's emitting radio waves in every direction. And all of the people inside broke the quarantine with the outside. So we're hurrying out of here because the Empire has sent a couple of ships this way.
We should go.
Very good idea.
So yeah, it seems just the usual typical mission for you guys, leaving confusion and destruction in your wake.
It's funny because you keep becoming slimier and slimier and slimier each time I see you. It's fantastic. When are you expecting to become a toad exactly?
What?
Because at this rate, it's going to be close.
When am I expecting to become what?
A toad. Because at this rate, it's going to be very fast.
I don't know what sort of things you've been reading, but humans can't turn into toads.
Oh, they
Oh
can.
man, I know literally 100 ways in which this can happen. So like,
And legitimately,
literally in the place we just come from, that would have been no problem whatsoever.
Yep.
well, see, that's an extra good reason why I didn't want to come.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would have been a bad place for you.
Yeah, duh. It's quarantined, and it's got forbidden research.
Wait, you could have become a god. Oh, you're a dumbass. You should have come.
Wait, what?
You would have loved it.
What?
I just realized that. Yeah. That was some sort of weird shenanigans about godhood and Sens. We got to ask a few
Wait,
questions
you
about.
you learned stuff about Sens?
Yeah. We didn't learn much, but we could have.
Oh, by
That
the way,
was your entire okay. That was the mission. Technically, you were being sent there to learn about stuff about the cell, but I didn't actually think you'd find that the Empire would have left stuff behind.
Yeah, it's mad. It's almost as if there's a reason instead of standing on our asses. It's crazy, right?
that reminds me, actually, is there a way for me to hack into the remaining system and try, like, get back some of the data about the history and some music? Just want to paper stuff.
You're able to keep what you had saved, so you have a little bit of music. You have history of religion, so you know more about. So you have access to more information about Krabby's religion than he does. Yeah.
Oh, we should leverage that when we need help.
Yes.
Okay.
That's really
very
good.
practical.
Okay. So, you get patched through to. You get a call from Pleep, parent to Peep and Kit, who is going to say, "Greetings. It seems our long-range senses have indicated your mission was eventful. Was it successful?"
I would imagine so.
All right. Please.
We gathered information.
Please transfer to me all of the data you have your Resploid armors collected while you were there, and you will be that information will be extremely valuable to the Resistance.
And I would really like to get my hands on some Philonite.
Philonite? We had a large stash. Soren had a very large amount that she called the heritage that she gifted to us to make armors out of. We've spent nearly all of it.
Okay, so what I'm looking for is the following. I would like to be able to tap into the communication system of the Resistance and my friends. And since I've been turned into a quadrilla, I always had to rely on people telling me what they're talking about through the airwaves. So I was thinking that maybe with a small amount of Philonite, I could craft like just the headset piece, you know,
Yeah.
to like become like to be able to communicate with my friends?
That is
That?
possible. That
Or
would
you
actually be a good idea for us to research for our own quadrillas.
But
Yes.
one other thing you could do in the meantime that I think would work is to create a radio that works for you in the shadow world, despite your electrical nature. And then when you go to the real world, it will stay inside your carapace, so you will still be able to use it.
That's maybe also a good idea. I was always thinking that it doesn't matter in which world I create it. The moment I switch, I destroy it.
But if it was inside of the carapace, that wouldn't it would be protected.
If that's possible. I mean, yeah, maybe it's possible to do it like that.
I think if you find a good workshop, we should be able to find a solution to it.
Right.
Yeah.
I am receiving a lot of data from your armors. Well, I seem to be getting a lot of strange images that I was not expecting.
Yep.
It seems your mission has gathered a significant amount of data. Is there any chance that data was corrupted?
Depends. Can we have a look at the feed?
Yeah, you can have a
Estus
look at
is
it.
like, no, not corrupted. We found they had access in their database to all the data that is banned by the Empire.
Bean, I'm sorry, you're completely breaking off. Can you type that, please?
Robo Bean.
Alright. Well,
So does the feed look the same way than what we saw in real life?
yes.
Insofar as reality exists, no, it hasn't been corrupted, but I'm starting to have my doubt.
Looking at this, I don't think my brain is quite adapted to deal with this information.
No, I think your brain is fine. Your brain is one. It's just the information is very complex. It's not your fault.
I
can't
typed it, by the way.
I mean, it's aliens, right? That's what I say to Pleep. They're probably weird. I mean, us.
Pleep is Pleep is going to watch the whole thing, gather information from it. He thanks you and says, I look forward to cooperating with you all again, or my descendants cooperating with your descendants. And have a good day. He's going to
Have a
Nice
good
meeting
day.
you, Pleep.
cut communications.
I hope you don't die until we see you the next time.
Let's see. Is there anything information-wise that is deadly in the that is deadly to them in the things that you've come across? Oh,
In the history of religion, loads.
oh. Hold on.
Yeah, this is
He can hear the spoilers. You give him the video that includes the spoilers.
Yeah, but you know, it doesn't mean anything to him.
Yeah, he's gonna get back to you and say what the old dying person called Romeric Bryan sent you does not make sense. There isn't a place known as the Heracles Pillar on the moon. The heritage that he talked about, Soren and Finland Thinker dying, has already been spent giving us our armors. So it's not possible for them to die in that place, because basically it's been broken down for Philonite parts already.
Interesting.
yeah, I was probably 50 years behind. They seem to be locked in time, so
Okay, I could. You need to type that again. You said yes. We have a ton of information. We found out that they had a database with information from before the Empire, ironically, which the Empire banned. Yeah. All right, cool. And I think that is it for today. Everybody level up, and I will see everybody next week.
Such a cool session, Simon.
Yeah, thank you. I love this. Honestly, like because everybody kind of has an incarnation in the setting. I wanted to have physically an incarnation of the creator of the game at one point, and I thought that like this was like a nice little interlude between on your way to Mars, to the moon.
Also, Idris, well fucking played with whales and lines.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what can I do as a player with the world? Because I can't do much, but this I can do logically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
Just what tunnels were disappear.
Sorry, Bean, you're breaking up again. But Idris, this is exactly the sort of things that becomes important to have in mind in the last book, because the last book is basically since in the third book you learn the rules of role-playing games by playing with classes. In the last it's not the last book. In the book Chaos that comes after that, I'm going to be basically like interrogating the rules and the foundations of what it is to be a game master and what it is to be a player, and give you opportunities to do stuff like what you just did again, but also put you against difficulties that are similar to what you just put me through. But yeah, very good session. I am very proud of all of you and happy to be playing with you guys.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day everyone.